What up? Good morning. Happy Juice Box Thursday. It is day, oh my gosh, 122, 123, 122. I think 122 is what I put on the post art today. As you can see, I am driving. Supposed to be going to the gym to stretch, but you know, I normally try to leave my house by like 7:40 or between 7:30 and 7:40 so that I can get to the gym and have at least an hour. And right now, it's so hard for me to get up in the morning, get out of bed, hard for me to walk, hard for me to stand. It's hard for me to shower, hard for me to get dressed and brush my teeth and do all that like standing, because like the pain shoots down that hip and into that leg. It's just a pain. Like right now I have a TENS unit hooked up to my hip, just trying to shock that hip to see if that helps at all, because it's just major pain in my right butt cheek and my hip. So anyway, getting into the intro here. I already gave you the what up, but it's day 122 if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's 123. It's got to be 122. Dave's Daily Discussions. You know me. I'm Dave. I wanted to try and come out with a video this morning. I have not been doing them in the mornings because it's the worst time for me to do it, because I'm in pain the most in the morning. So when all like the acids in my spine and then the discs or everything are up. So, oh my God. So it's super hard for me to relax and sit. Like, as you can tell, like I'm trying to sit. I'm leaned back way far in my seat, and my shoulders are up because I'm in pain. So, but the topic of today's discussion is what is holding you back. And I'm trying not to let things hold me back anymore in life, such as this back injury, this back thing that I'm dealing with. I'm still trying to put this video out, even though I'm just in pain right now. That's why the videos have been coming in the evenings for the most part, because of just it's a tear. But I'm trying not to let anything stand in my way. I'm trying not to make excuses, and that's the whole point of the topic for today: is what is holding you back? What are you allowing to hold you back? If we don't make a split decision, if we don't decide on something right away, our mind is kind of programmed to say, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. Like, if you think about it, anytime that you've ever had to make a decision financially, like, I can pinpoint a couple times where I was like I was going to rent an apartment that I actually approved me for my dogs right before my medical insurance went up. And I had it budgeted out. I'm like, I should be able to handle this. I should be able to do it. And I was like going back and forth, like, do I want to sign on the dotted line and do this? And then I found out that day that my medical insurance is going up a pretty good amount. Like, it was going to take like an extra like $20 or more out of my paycheck, each paycheck. So I was going to be losing like 40 or so bucks, if not more, a month. And I was already kind of going to be like tight on the budget. I wasn't sure because I wasn't really sure what they expect. So I ended up pulling out of that, and I decided not to. And it could have been a good idea not to, but I kind of wish I wouldn't have. I wish I would have just did it. But there are times where I've had decisions that I've even made, like a decision like, okay, let's do this in the moment, and then minutes later, hours later, a day or two later, like when you still have time to change your mind, you end up changing your mind. Because your mind can talk you out of things. Anything that's different, your mind can talk you out of. Naturally, we are not big fans of change in human nature. We are not big fans of deviation from our norm. As for me, I kind of like routine. I'm a product of routine. Oh my gosh. trying to adjust this pillow behind my back. But I'm a major product of routine, so that's what I try to do. I try to stay in that routine to keep things the same, which is why I try to get up in the morning and go to the gym, even if I'm not working out, just to go stretch. Obviously work Monday through Friday, my daily videos. There's things that I do in that routine that I enjoy. I like to keep that form of routine going. So if I don't get to go to the gym, if I'm not working, if things aren't happening and whatnot, that day just seems weird and not normal, not productive, and all that stuff. So just going to try to get over without having to try to hit my brake or anything. This is fun, so I think I'm going to keep this one kind of short, and then I'm going to try to do a better video later when I'm in less pain. But think about that this morning. If you watch this video, think about anything that you've allowed to hold you back. That you've made a rash decision to not do something, or changed your mind after you were going to do something because you allowed an excuse to tell you no. We see it every day with ourselves and other people where we say, I don't want to do that because this. Like I was talking to another buddy, and he was talking about always wanting to do, just like me, always wanted to do like maybe YouTube content or podcasts or something of that nature. And I said, well, do it. Start doing it. And it's just, well, I don't know if anybody will watch. I don't have the equipment. Just you start listing off any excuse to not do something. Human nature. You try to bargain and say, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it next week. We'll do it next month, next year. And the next thing you know is 10 years down the road and you've done nothing. That thing that you passionately wanted to do, you haven't even started. And if you would have just started throwing content out there, started just putting some time into it, it would grow and blossom into something. Whether it's just putting an hour into it a day, a couple hours into it a week. If you need something to help with it, equipment-wise, or things to put away a couple bucks every paycheck or so that you can get those things that you think that you need, but typically you don't really need them. It's just an excuse to get started. Like, yeah, you can upgrade that stuff later, but it's just an excuse to get started. So basically my mindset on it is yeah, I would love to have a nice video cam to record in like a home office, and I would love to be using the microphone that I have at home, and I would love to be on a device to where I can sit back and I can edit and do things. And there's a million reasons that I can throw out there for why I cannot be on day 122 right now, or 123. I think it's 122. But there are tons of reasons and excuses that I can make for why I could not be as far along as I am right now. I'm gaining momentum. I'm learning as I go. I'm getting better at the videos for the most part. I continue to put out content, even when there's days like, I feel like there might be a week where I'm like, did I really even say anything? And I've gotten messages from people that have said, wow, like, how do you keep doing videos every single day, 1 or 2 videos a day, and continue to put out content? And I've asked myself that, like, what am I going to talk about today? Sometimes I have a plan, like today it came to me and I had a plan before I started, and other days it's just I'm going to wing it and figure it out as I go. But the thing is just I'm going to continue throwing videos out there, because it's not like I have a million people watching right now. And it's not like the content's bad. I'm being told that I'm putting out some pretty decent content. It's not a total flop, so that's good. And even if it was a total flop, I wouldn't really care. I'm still trying. I'm still putting something out there. I'm still putting myself out there, and I'm still doing more than most other people are doing. Just by trying, by throwing it out, 1 or 2 videos a day. You start growing that base, and you get to see where you came from. If I go back and start watching videos from the start to now, and if I'm looking like 1 or 3 or 5 or 10 years down the road, if I'm still doing the same stuff, I can see how far I've come, as well as people who are watching this. If I have anybody like the ones that are subscribed to my YouTube, are you really going to be a dick? I love when people try to speed up and slow down so that you can't get past them. Thanks. I'm going 74 miles an hour passing a car, and I'm passing them, and the next thing you know, they're passing me back on the right side. It's my favorite. I've got cruise control on, so my speed is not changing. Only for them to get off at that exit right now. Anyway, the sum of it here is the sheer, just what we're getting into. As many of us are just complacent in what we're doing right now, we might not be doing what we want to be doing. You just kind of settled into something to put money in your account, to put food on the table, whatever the case may be. Maybe it was just something to get you going again after you lost a job or had something happen, which can especially be the case right now during COVID. So a lot of layoffs, a lot of businesses shut down. There's a lot of stuff that went on because of COVID hitting that a lot of people are experiencing right now. And from the time that COVID started and still up until now, there is no better time to start putting time into. There's a lot of free time. There's not as much that we can do as compared to last year or pre-COVID, especially when there was the shutdown. There was a nice 3 or 4 months there where you had all the time in the world. Everybody who complained about not having time with their kids, not having time to work out, not having time to spend time putting time and passion into their hobbies, you had 3 or 4 months to do it. And I hope many of you did. I started the daily discussions during COVID, and I've continued it after. I made it a part of my routine, and I've continued it. I love doing it, and it's an enjoyment for me. It's a passion, and it makes me feel good knowing that I'm putting something out here that somebody might listen to, and they might just enjoy hearing it. It might make a difference to them each day, and they might look forward to it. That's what makes a difference for me, is that if I can make a difference to one person each day, if one person is looking forward to hearing that video like I look forward to maybe a new song or new album coming out from an artist that I like, or the next live video or the next content that might come out from Gary Vaynerchuk, or I'll be searching for certain videos and I'd have to keep watching the same motivational ones for a while, but you wait for that new content, you're excited for it. So maybe, and hopefully that's my goal, is that somebody is excited and looking forward to my content coming out each day, and that when it drops, that they enjoy it. So that is what I like to do, and that's why I do what I do. So for any of you out there who may not be happy or in love with what they're doing as a hustle right now, start thinking about what you want to be doing and just start trying. Even if you record the video, maybe I would suggest posting it if it's something with content. I mean, content's everything. Even if it's something that's different than what I'm doing, you're still going to try to get that product and get your name out there, that content through social media at some way, shape, or form, because social media is the new focal point of advertisement, of doing many things. I mean, success can be majorly hinged in a lot of ways, especially for startups and for people, absolutely, from just social media, by getting your name out there. So just start making content, start putting some time into your craft, into your passion, into that thing that you love, and let it take off, let it grow, enjoy it, and trust and enjoy and obsess over that process, and watch what happens. Watch how much changes within you. So this ended up not being a short one. We're still going to try to maybe do one later. Thank you for watching another episode of Dave's Daily Discussion. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in for another Juice Box Thursday. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember to put your time, energy, and passion into the things that are going to help you be successful, and the time, energy, and passion into things that are going to help you grow. Guys, let's win today and make the best of it. Love y'all.